Pre-game warm-ups about concluded here in Pittsburgh. Major League Baseball on the show is next. A look there at one of the newest and best ballparks in all the land, PNC Park in Pittsburgh, as MLB The Show gets set to bring you another edition of Major League Baseball. We've got a good one on tap here, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And hi again, everybody. Alongside longtime colleagues Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler, I'm Matt Vasgersian here to call the balls and strikes. And as we get started, Rex, I'll turn to you first. What are you planning to keep an eye on in this one?
Well, we've got a dynamite starting pitching matchup in this one, and that often means that runs are going to be hard to come by. The team that gets the early lead might be able to hang on.
All right, Rex, we'll hear from Dave in a moment, but first let's get to our starting lineup for the visiting Florida Marlins. It comes to us courtesy of our friends at State Farm. At home or away, State Farm is there. And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. And a look now at how the Pirates line up on D behind him. And Johnny Damon is on his way to the box as we're just about ready for baseball. And the first pitch of the night taken for ball one as we're underway in Pittsburgh.
First pitch, 7:07.
Popped him up. Over to the left, but playable over in foul ground. Young is there for it as Damon is gone to lead off the ball game. Let's bring in our scouting report here as we give you a look at the pitches and speeds that we'll see out of the 31-year-old right-hander. Leadoff man retired. Here's the left fielder, Chris Coughlin.
Put him down on strike.
In there for strike one. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. And the pitch. And there's ball one. Fastball close, but he didn't get it 2-1.
And he's keeping the fastball low at least. That's all right.
And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game.
And this will bear watching as the game goes on. Look where that sinker is. It's up. And a belt-high sinker is not a whole lot more than a flat fastball.
Hanley Ramirez will be the batter. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And good hitters like this will just let it go by and wait for a pitch they can do something with.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out.
And the prevailing thought is you're going to get at least one really good pitch to hit in an at-bat. But I'm not sure he did there. Those were 3 really good pitches.
Dan Ugla will step in, working on a nice 5-game hitting streak. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Not quite a pitch out there, but a fastball up and away is the perfect pitch for a catcher to throw on if need be.
Comes set, now the pitch. 2-0.
And he's had a pretty good look at those first 2 pitches. Be aware, 2-0.
Think he would have liked the green light there. It's 2-1.
I had a good off-speed pitch there and a fastball count.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. The 2-2 coming. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. And now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless ball game. Starting lineup for the Pirates will look like this. It's again brought to us by State Farm. And on the mound to face these guys is the young swingman, right-hander Justin Masterson. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. And there you see the leadoff man, Andrew McCutchen, as he'll start us out in the home first. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Woo! Straight challenge right there.
And now a pitch on the way. Back-to-back fastballs here as he takes control. 0-2.
And down 0-2 here, make sure you get him to swing at your pitch.
And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Now a hard liner toward short. And he is going to have extra bases here to start the home first.
And you see the numbers right there. This is a guy that'll go in any situation, so he may be off and running here.
Lastings Millage will get his first shot at it here. And he swings right over the top of this one, 0-1. Comes set, now the pitch. 1-1.
Got to look to try and slap that thing the other way.
And this is taken for a ball. Looked pretty good, but it's 2-1 now.
Yeah, and Wally Hughes, my old neighbor in Philly, he's going to make you put it over the plate. Come on, Wally.
2-1 pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Over now is the center fielder, Damon. One gone. Our umpires for tonight's contest: behind the plate, the veteran Wally Hughes, Charlie Sawyer, the crew chiefs, over at first, Doc Bryant is at second, and Mike Marquez is over at third. Ryan Domit will take his first cuts of the ball game here. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Runners on first with one down. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
And sometimes harder's not better. Take a little off. It's like he's trying to throw it through a brick wall out there.
And that misses as well, 3-0.
And even though it's just the first, I'd be surprised if he gets anything good here on 3-0.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Whoa, I wasn't expecting that 3-0 pitch to be in the zone, and I especially wasn't expecting it to be there.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out.
And they may have been shading him towards the alley a bit, so he has to cover a lot of ground to get to this thing. But he's able to run it down just inside the foul line.
So a runner at first with two away, and in steps Adam Dunn. Now the first pitch. Lays off 1-0.
And even though he hasn't been moving yet, he's still a threat to steal over there at first base, even with two outs now.
Running now is McCutchen. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And they will not get McCutchen here. He's in safely at second base.
Well, that stolen base there is nice, but with two outs, now you may just have taken the bat out of the hands of a dangerous hitter at the plate.
And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. Out in front a bit as this is pulled down the line to first. And Cantu will take this one to the bag by himself, and that ends the inning. Nothing in the Pirate first. We're on to the second now in Pittsburgh. No score on the show. Jorge Cantu leads things off now in the top half of the second. Starts him out with a slider too low for ball one.
That thing's moving pretty good at the end.
One 1-0 pitch now. And, looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Now that you've seen what that strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to adjust.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And now that one will hop over the wall for an automatic double.
Well, he gives this one a pretty good ride, but you'll see that high bounce takes it over the wall for a ground rule double.
Cody Ross will get his first opportunity now. First pitch to him. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
And you figure he's going to try to go opposite field, so perhaps we'll see something off speed and on the inside part of the plate.
Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Boy, and that is just the definition of hitting your spots.
Let's get him out.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
And he likes to throw that slider off the fastball. Might want to make a mental note of that one.
And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
Oh, and he's got a legitimate gripe there. I don't know about that one.
And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. Millage is there, and he'll bring this one in. The relay, and he is in there.
That was smart base running there to get back and tag up on the fly ball. He's able to move up 90 feet to third base, so with 1 out, they're in pretty good shape to push home the first run of the game.
Wes Helms will take his cuts now. Good late zip to the fastball there from Marquis, and it's quickly 0-1.
And this is where you need to do some situational hitting. Just a ground ball up the middle here will get this run home.
Go get him, Myers.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Millage has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner.
Just didn't get enough of that one to get that run home. So that's probably a wise decision to hold at third.
John Baker steps in now. First offering on the way. And he lays off there, 1-0.
And he's trying to pick up RBI number 39 if he could drive in this guy from scoring position.
No score at this point, but a 2-out hit could get a runner in from third. Cold strike at the knees, 1-1.
And as a catcher, if you call for a sinker here, make sure you can keep that ball in front of you.
Fastball hit on the ground is short. Throw bounces undone, but he's able to get a paw on it, and that's a nice dig to end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Delwyn Young will start things off in the bottom of the second. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. And now he turns on a fastball here and sends it to fairly deep right field. Ross is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, State Farm will give us a look at this delivery in show motion. And this ain't textbook by any stretch. There are pitching coaches out there that shudder when they see this. But heck, it's effective.
Bobby Crosby will step in now. And this one runs up high, ball one.
And that's what that four-seamer will do. It has a tendency to really rise at the end.
One 1-0 pitch is right there, but ruled a ball. 2-0.
And he'll sling that thing across the strike zone, but he can't nip the corner.
Here's one hit towards the hole, and a dive by Ugla, but it's by him for a base hit.
Didn't have much choice on 2-0. He had to challenge. And when you leave one out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Ronnie Cedeno will stand in. Too high, 1-0.
And when you need a double play ball, I don't see the logic of working this guy up in the zone.
And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. And he lays off this one down and in for ball two.
2-1. This is your prototypical hit and run count, so you've got to be aware defensively.
Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike two. And, I think I saw the umpire flinch, but he held back as that's ruled a ball outside. 3-2 now.
Oh, and I'm a big Wally Hughes fan, but that's strike three.
And this is on the ground to first. Could be two. Ramirez on to Cantu, and it's a double play, and the inning is over. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We'll go now to the top of the third, and we are tied 0-0. Justin Masterson is ready to go here as we begin the third. Here's the first offering. In there, 0-1.
And just one hit for this guy in the campaign, so a second might be a bit of a surprise.
And here's a fastball called for strike two.
And when you got a pitcher 0-2, I think I'd try to make him chase something here.
And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called. And on 3 pitches, he's your first out of the inning.
Always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher as he sets him down easily for the first out of the 3rd.
Leadoff man retired now for Johnny Damon. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, good crossfire action on the fastball there.
Two and one.
Horrible call. That was a strike.
And Damon watches one that misses for a ball. 3-1.
And if they walk him, you can bet he's going to want to run.
Sinker misses, ball 4.
And he's saying, give me a break. I mean, that's right there. I'll tell you, though, complaining like that's only going to make that strike zone tighter.
Chris Coughlin will stand in. A base hit his first time around. Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. And a foul ball straight back. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
And that'll serve a useful purpose if you can go after the outside corner low and away now.
And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
And that was a pretty good pitch there, but when you break it down, it's the pitch before that really set up the strikeout. That was a veteran pitcher taking advantage of a young hitter's inexperience there.
Hanley Ramirez will try it again, set down on strikes his first time. And here's the first pitch. And this is past the catcher Domit now as it goes to the screen. But fortunately, no advance. There goes Damon. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning.
Looking to move into scoring position with 2 out, but a good throw there nailed him.
Nothing across here this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Brendan Moss makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball. 1-0. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
And that thing looked like it was still rising at the end.
Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning.
Bad way to start the inning on the mound. He's just trying to run this thing inside a bit, and it gets away from him.
Jason Marquis will stand in what would appear to be a sacrifice situation here. Now here's the first pitch. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to bury that slider on the hands, but he started this one much too far inside.
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field, and that'll give the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
Well, this will kill you if you're a pitcher. I mean, you got to count on getting it out with a pitcher up. Instead, he serves up a home run. That stings.
Andrew McCutcheon will dig in here. In there, and it's 0-1.
And we've all seen guys lose their composure after giving up a two-run homer, but he cannot let that happen.
Now a swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side. Now the pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Oh, great pitch on 0-2. That's not an easy take.
Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. One-two is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch he's going to need to start locating better.
No outs, nobody on. Now here's the pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And after giving up that two-run bomb, this is what you want to do. Jump right back on that horse. Good sequence there.
Lasting's Millage will try it again. He flew out his first time. And this is low, ball one. Ball swung on and hit high in the air and deep to left center field. This ball has a chance. Back is Damon, but this is going to be off the wall. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
Let's take a look one more time. This ball is crushed and it bounces off the wall out there, but a good job of holding him just to 2 bases.
A man at second with 1 down, and here's the young catcher Ryan Domit. First pitch coming. In there, no balls and a strike.
And this is without a doubt a strikeout situation right here, as you can't let this deficit get any worse than 2.
And the pitch takes off inside and it gets away. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch.
Well, this just gets away from him, and now a fly ball could get him in.
He's ready. Now the pitch. And that's taken up and in for ball 2.
And these guys are already down 2, but the infield's back here, so they'll concede a run for an out.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Now he goes the other way with a fastball, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Damon is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
He'll get an RBI in this ball, but this almost was much more than that, as it took a great running catch to take away extra bases.
Adam Dunn will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that misses inside 1-0.
And now you can see Ramirez swung well around to the right here in the overshift.
Here's the 1-0. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And he's able to get there on the long run, and he covered a lot of ground there as the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We're through 3 here in the Steel City. It's now 3-0 Pittsburgh. Hanley Ramirez will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Tough guy to face here to start this inning.
Fastball misses badly there, and he's behind 2-0.
And even with the bases empty, they're pitching him very cautiously here.
The pitch. And that's in there, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1.
And he's got a tough task here going through the 3, 4, and 5, so you hate to fall behind the first guy.
Swing and a hard grounder down the line at third. And that finds its way through. A leadoff single for Ramirez. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
And as the summer's heating up, so is his bat. Look at this swing here in show motion. He's definitely got it working now.
Dan Ugla will dig in here. Took a called third strike his first time. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. And a sliding try there at third, but it skips by him, a base hit. And with that, that'll push his hit streak to a modest 6 games. Jorge Cantu will stand in here. He doubled his first time around.
Come on, let's get this job done.
Sinker's in there, no balls and a strike.
Gotta at least be thinking sac fly here if you're at the plate.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off.
And he's obviously not trying to hit him there. He just let that one get away from him.
Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit. A run is in. And a relay to the plate. And the second run is across to make this a 3-2 ball game now.
And we'll have a visit from the pitching coach here, and he's got to be saying, come on, quit laying it in there, meat.
Cody Ross digs in at the plate. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Don't know quite the reason, but his mechanics do not look quite as good as they did in the first 3 innings.
Now a sinker runs in on him a bit as he's got to step out of the way there.
Whew, almost untied his shoelaces with that one.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Whoa, that may have been his pitch right there.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. McCutchen has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he's safe. Wes Helms will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And the infield's back all around, so they'll be content to give up that tying run on a ground ball.
Boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
And with the infield back, it looks like they'll concede that tying run for an out.
And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
Oh, and these fans wanted that umpire to ring him up on strike three.
He's set, now the pitch. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. And Crosby will make the catch for route number two.
And you'd at least like a fly ball in that spot to get the runner home, but he'll have to hold up at third after that pop-up.
John Baker will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch on the way. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
And now if you can get this guy here, you'll be in a position where you'll have the pitcher leading off in the top of the fifth.
And he lays off for ball one.
And this is definitely the guy to go after because you'd love to make the pitcher be forced to start things off in the fifth.
Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there, 1-2.
And now if he can battle through this, still up one, that'd be quite a lift.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And already we're seeing a lot of deep counts early in the ball game. These can really start to pile up if you're not careful.
2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Hit softly to the right side. Throw on to first, and a good job of working out of that one with just limited damage as the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Pittsburgh leads this one 3-2. Time for scores from around the National League on a Monday night, presented by the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Delwyn Young will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner, 2-2. Hit hard to the right. Foul. Now the 2-2 pitch. On the ground, softly towards second. Ugla's throw is right there for the first out. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. Both guys pretty close, top speeds of 95 and 94. Bobby Crosby will dig in. He singled his first time around. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him.
Well, sometimes you got to do this to keep that guy off the plate.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now a slider in the dirt. Good block by the catcher there.
And now's where I think you have to sit changeup and react fastball.
All right, let's go.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right.
Come on.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Looks like he's a bit more determined right now. He needed a quick inning after giving up 3 runs in the previous inning, and he's got the first 2 outs here.
Ronnie Cedeno will be the batter. And this is swung on and bounced out to Ugla at second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We've played 4 full. Pirates lead it 3-2. Justin Masterson will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. First pitch coming. Ball 1.
Too high. Give me a break.
And he swings under the fastball here as this is popped high in the air back behind short. Cedeno backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Well, usually when you get guys to pop it up, it means you've got them off balance. And he's been able to mix things up all night long.
Johnny Damon will stand in. Base on balls his last time. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
Good late break there. Good pitch to get ahead on. And this is near the line, but foul wide of first. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit. And I'll tell you what, when you've got a base stealer like this on at first, you don't want to play too close to the vest here. Let her hang. Use that speed as a weapon.
Chris Coughlin will dig in. Strikeout victim his last time. They'll try and pitch out here, but Damon stays put at first.
Wheels are spinning now.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely.
Bring the cheese!
And this winds up inside for a ball, 2-0 now.
And he may just be biding his time over there at first before he's set loose.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. On the way. There goes Damon. Fouled back.
Let him swing and miss!
Now he takes something off there as this is skied out to fairly deep center field. McCutcheon is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2. Hanley Ramirez will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time. And that misses, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 now to Ramirez. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And this is the game within the game here. Do you keep pitching around him on 2-0 or come back at him with something?
Slider taken for a called strike, 2-1.
And you wonder if maybe he was taken there because he thought his runner was going to be moving from first.
And there he goes towards second. Pitches a called strike. The throw not in time, and Damon steals second.
Yeah, good time to run. Down by 1 in the middle innings. Now they're a bit closer to tying up this game.
Two out here and a runner at second. Reaches for one, but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. One left for Florida. They trail 3-2. Brandon Moss will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. Now here's the pitch. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1.
And whether or not this guy can get on base out of the number 8 spot may determine whether their starter behind him stays in the game or not.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
And let's see if he makes him throw a strike here.
And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner, 2-1.
Make contact!
Now the 2-1 pitch. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats, foul. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
High heat. Not even sure that's in the zone, but he couldn't catch up to it.
Jason Marquis will try things again. He hit that two-run homer his first time. Low for ball one.
And remember, even though he's a pitcher, he homered earlier, so he knows what he's doing up there.
Continuing to work the lower half of the strike zone here as that's in for strike one.
And you can tell he's really in his zone out there now.
Now a fastball that's swung on and lifted down the left field line. Coughlin there to grab it as that becomes out number two.
And he's really overpowering this lineup right now. That's 7 in a row he's set down.
Andrew McCutchen will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Too low, 1-0.
And sometimes when you're a leadoff hitter, go ahead and take a pitch. Let your pitcher catch his breath for a second.
The next pitch. Lined up the middle. Well, the shortstop's got him played perfectly as he takes this in for the third out. 1-2-3 go the Pirates, but they still lead it 3-2. Dan Ugla will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
And it's only August, but this game has a little bit of a playoff feel to it.
The 1-0 pitch. And this is lined into right field, and he's aboard here with the leadoff single.
And this is what you call a P-Rod right here. See it there in the corner? That thing's going 98 off his bat. That's called generating some bat speed.
Jorge Cantu will stand in. 2 hits in 2 trips thus far. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And even though he's spinning a gem, he's still going to need to avoid that home run ball, so location is still going to be important.
3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And he misses with it, 1-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Has a look, now the pitch. And that is swung on and missed as Cantu cannot make contact there, and there's one away.
And right now, that fastball's been so good he hasn't really needed his secondary pitches all that much. Another good heater there.
Cody Ross will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball one. On the ground is short. This could be two. Crosby for one. On to Dunn, and it's in time, so they roll a pair to end the inning. Marlins down quietly. They're down 3-2. Lasting's Millage will lead things off in the inning for Pittsburgh, followed next by Ryan Domit. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. This is swung on and popped up, crossing into foul territory now behind third. Helms is right there, and he's got it for out number one.
And he's just got it on cruise control now. That's 9 straight he's set down.
Ryan Domit will stand in. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, and when you leave it up in the hitter's eyes like that, he knows enough not to chase out there.
1-0 pitch now. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1.
And you can see him starting to make adjustments on the mound as this game has gone on.
Can't catch the corner away with the fastball. It's 2-1. Hit hard towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out.
Add one more to the streak. 10 straight he's retired, and they're not even getting good at-bats right now.
And so with 2 away now, they'll get to face Adam Dunn here with the bases empty. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
And he's yet to extend that 6-game hitting streak at the plate, so he's down to his final few at-bats.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Boy, he's just sailing along now.
And a sinker, called strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. Pirates on top, 3-2. And since we've already seen what's going on in the National League, let's check out the AL action now on our out-of-town scoreboard. Wes Helms will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. And he takes ball one.
And these guys could really use a leadoff base runner here.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
And these guys would love to see the bottom of the order get some offense going.
And now some action in the Pirates bullpen as right-hander Joel Hanrahan is up and throwing. Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now.
And with a potential tying run at the plate, you can't give up a leadoff walk here.
And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Boy, this will send a manager's blood pressure through the stratosphere. You've got a one-run lead late in the ballgame, and you walk the leadoff guy.
John Baker will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. From the belt, the pitch, and that misses 1-1.
And when you're down 3-2 late, you've really got to up the focus at the plate.
Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be 2? To second for 1. On to first, not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Yeah, that's a tough turn for a shortstop because he's got to worry about the runner and then hit the pitcher in stride at first. Couldn't do it right there.
Here comes John Russell now up out of the Pirate dugout. And it looks like that's going to be all for his starter, Jason Marquis. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Javier Lopez will come on now and make his 55th appearance of the year. Number 7 will take his first cuts of the ball game here. And he'll watch the slurve that falls in for strike 1.
And this is where a reliever really wants to pick up his starter. Give him a chance to be the winner.
And the 0-1 is lifted in the air out to right. And there to play it is Millage, and that's out number 2. Johnny Damon will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Some action out in the bullpen, couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's the first pitch to him. Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1.
And no threat to run over there at first, so with 2 away, you can focus all your energy squarely on this guy.
And clearly trying to keep the ball low here. That's ball 2.
He was summoned out of the bullpen fairly quickly here. It looks to me like he may not be fully warmed up yet.
2-1 now.
And these last few pitches have all been down, which is not a bad idea against a guy like this.
The 2-1. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw bounces undone, but he's able to get a paw on it, and that's a nice dig to end the inning. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Stretch time coming up here in Pittsburgh. It's the Pirates 3 and the Marlins 2. So a new pitcher is set to go now, as we'll see the right-hander Brian Sanchez get the call.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 44, Brian Sanchez.
Delwyn Young will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good two-strike pitch. And he's still got some count leverage here, so he doesn't need to challenge here either.
And that misses 2-2.
I think that's the one he wanted to swing at, but he wouldn't do it.
Two pitch on the way. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Ramirez will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
And this is a big inning here. You're down only one with the heart of the order coming up next time you get in, so that's a good first step.
One away here for the Bucks in their half of the 7th, and former Rookie of the Year Bobby Crosby will be the hitter.
And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
First pitch coming. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. And Crosby swings and misses at that one. He's down 0-2 now.
And he's just throwing darts now. They have not been able to pick him up.
Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Wow, and you can bet he was saving that pitch. Good job to lay off.
Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2. And Crosby able to lay off there. The count goes to 2-2 now.
The longer this at-bat goes, the more it swings into a hitter's favor.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Well, sometimes hitters can have problems picking up the baseball in night games. Not giving him any excuses, but it is a possibility.
Ronnie Cedeno will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one. Here's the 1-0. And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
And that strike zone's starting to expand a bit here in the late going.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. But they'll get the out at first anyway. And that, rather bizarrely, will end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Pittsburgh leads this one 3-2. Chris Coughlin will step in to get things started for the Marlins. He'll be followed by the dangerous Hanley Ramirez on deck.
Go yard.
Ball one.
And this is the time of the game where this part of the lineup really needs to come through.
Come on, guys, let's go!
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Now a ball lined toward right center. And he is going to reach. It's a base hit.
And this is everything you could ask for when you're leading off an inning down by 1. Now you've got all sorts of options here to try to get that tying run into scoring position.
Hanley Ramirez will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line in right. And Millage will make the play out there for route number 1. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. John Russell's going to head to home plate now, so it would appear we'll see a double switch here. Evan Meek will come in and pitch now.
Number 47, Evan Meek. Your attention, please. The defensive change for the Pirates. Now playing second base, number 3.
Dan Ugla will step in, a base hit in his last time. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And how tough is it to come in right out of the pen and have to face this guy?
Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time, but foul. Out of play. Ready with another 0-2. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out. Pirates lead this one in front of the home crowd here at PNC Park in Pittsburgh as you get a look at our line score to this point in the contest. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and standing in the dangerous first baseman Jorge Cantu. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Ball one. Now a ball hit hard towards the hole. He'll go the short way to Iwamura, and that'll do it. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Bucks out in front, 3-2. Brandon Moss will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. First offering on the way. Right there for strike one. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, and that looked like the emergency hack there.
Now the pitch. And this pitch is popped straight up, right around the home plate area. Baker is camped under this one. 1 down.
Boy, it's important to hold serve here in the bottom of the 8th, so that's a good job of getting the leadoff guy right there. They need to keep that deficit at 1 before they take their final hacks in the 9th.
Akinori Iwamura will be the batter. And a ball, 1-0.
And this has been a well-played ball game. No errors on either side.
Good bite to that thing, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, he just drops that splitty right in there.
This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And he misses 2-1. Now the 2-1 to Iwamura. And this ball's pulled on the ground down the line to first. Dive, but it's just past his outstretched glove for a base hit. The tag, and he is called out trying for 2. Bad decision.
Well, sometimes there are good times to try for 2, and sometimes there are not so good times. And this ball's down the line, so it's going to take a very good throw to get him. Just tip your cap there.
Andrew McCutcheon will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And he is certainly justifying the manager's faith to leave him in there in the 8th. He's really shutting them down so far.
Now here it comes. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
And now on the mound, you lose the advantage of strike one by missing with 2 straight.
Two 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike two.
Oh, and I was swinging at that pitch up here. That's right there.
2 out, nobody on. And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. Another 2-2 offering. Hit hard, but foul. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Up with it is Ugla. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Pirates 3 and the Marlins 2. So with a save situation looming, they'll turn things over to their closer, Octavio Dotel. Cody Ross will try again, 0 for 3 thus far. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Throw on to first is in time to get him, so that'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout for out number 1. Wes Helms will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Way late on the fastball for strike 1. And barring any late game heroics here, the win would belong to Jason Marquis. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. And there's ball 2 now.
He's got to find a way to get on any way he can.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. swung on and a fair ball rolled weakly up the line at first. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready with another 2-2. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Sliced down the line at first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
2 up and 2 down in the ninth so far. This one looks just about to be in the bag.
John Baker will take his cuts now. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
And this would be save number 31 if he can close things out.
And there's ball 1.
And he's closing in on save number 31 this year.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and a swing and a miss on that one. And the Marlins find themselves down to their final strike now.
Looking to wrap this one up, lock, stock, and barrel.
Now this small but vocal crowd come to their feet.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. Good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
And now on 3-2, let's see if he gets a fastball here.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Oh, and you don't want to do that when you're an out away from sewing things up. Now you just put the tying run on base. Could be dangerous.
Willie Taveras will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And he starts him out with, well, it looked like a strike, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0.
And you've basically got to throw a baseball through a soup can to get a strike call.
Fastball in there for a strike, 92 on the radar gun that time.
And now here's where you really need to make that 2-out walk pay off.
And a foul ball straight back. A runner on first with 2 away. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
That's a great job of pitching right there. With the game on the line, he comes right after him and gets the strikeout for the victory.
Hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Well, Matt, he got him through 2nd and 3rd good innings, and that was enough to put his team in good position to win the game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler. This has been a presentation of MLB 10 The Show. For more, find us online at MLB10theshow.com. The Pirates win it 3-2. A full recap of the night's action is next. Now for all of us at the show, good night, everybody.